This is Sneaker Years. My name is Levi, and Happy New Year to you guys. To everyone who's watching, happy 2022. I had a few videos I wanted to do for end of the year, obviously looking at top 10 videos or top 10 shoes for 2021, or what are my favorite shoes of 2021, and ultimately, you guys all have New Year's resolutions, New Year's goals, and hopefully that includes getting in shape, working on your fitness, improving your game if you're doing basketball, football, whatever your sport is. And I appreciate you guys watching the channel. And I'm gonna kind of include all of that. So today we have a full gym, which is glorious. This is one of the first times I've been able to have my own gym. I don't know how often I'm gonna have that, but I'm definitely gonna do my best to look around the Chicagoland area. If you are in Chicago and you do have any gyms that we could use for shoots, I would love to take advantage of it. But today, let's take a look here, guys. I have this giant bag, 60 liters of shoes from around the entire year. So let's see what we got. Let's break them down. Let's see what's best for you, and we'll go right over it. If this is your first time joining the channel, thank you so much for watching. So we're gonna break things down today into like 3 different categories. So we got 10 shoes. This is kind of a top 10, but really I'm gonna start with the shoe that a lot of players go for. I haven't even played in yet because I've already played in the 5, the 6, and that's the Kyrie 7. Honestly, this is an elite guard shoe with really good traction. I actually had a 12.5 and a 13 in these, returned those, so I didn't do a full review or any review on it. Finally got these in a Bruce Lee colorway, and this is a 13.5, so I'll have a full review on how these fit, but these do fit about a half size to a full size small. But these, along with, I would say like the Dame 7s, I love the Dame 6. Again, didn't get a Dame 7 because it fits a little tighter. I think most people are gonna enjoy that fit. So if you're a guard or if you're looking for just a light, really high traction shoe that's really mobile, a lot of support on either one. If you're a Nike guy, go with the Kyrie. If you're a 3 stripes guy, go with the Adidas Dame 7. If you notice, I actually did do a full review on the Curry 8. Curry 9 are usually the same same tooling. Those are the same shoe, whatever price you can get for. Those have a little bit less cushion than either one of these. Traction is maybe a little bit better, but also has a little bit less support. So although I love the Curry and I think it's best all around for just hooping, I would say the Kyrie or the Dame 7 is gonna suit you best. All right, the next shoe would actually be in my top 5, but the reason I'm not gonna recommend it for most players is because you guys can't get it. It's just kind of a custom, and that's gonna be the PG5, but with the Flightposite Zoom Air insole. So when you double stack the cushion on this thing, it is unbelievable. Does run a little tight. You do have to go about a half size up, but the traction is one of the best on the market. Support is elite. This is one of my favorite shoes with that custom insole. If you're just getting the standard PG5 with the air insole, it is gonna be more of a guard shoe. It does absorb impact, but it's not a soft cushion. It's not a bouncy cushion. It kind of feels blah. I actually almost like the Kyries or the Dames a little bit more, but once you add that insole and you have that elite cushion, this thing is one of the best you can get. If you do have a way to get any of those custom insoles, I'll put some links to maybe some of the aftermarket Amazon ones. This is gonna be a really great shoe for you. All right, so one shoe I don't have, because honestly I don't like the colorway, is the MB1, the Mellow Ball. This is the little brother or little sister to the Nitro Fusion from Puma. This cushion is amazing. The upper is amazing. Traction is elite. Not as good as like the Kyrie 7s, as the Curry 9s, or the PG5s, but still very enjoyable. The MB1s look to be like a complete upgrade, even more so over these. I have not tried it, so I have no idea where they're gonna rank on this list, but this actually did play a lot like an old school Kobe 9, if you guys were wondering. It is a low top. The MB1 is more of a mid top, so check those out. I highly recommend this, but the top 5 I have here are gonna be a little bit better in every way, but I still really enjoy these. If you can get the Nitro Fusion and maybe a color you like or a better deal, this is definitely one to check out from Puma. All right, so finally 2 shoes that I thoroughly enjoyed playing in. but I cannot recommend necessarily, are gonna be two shoes that have a ton of cushion that I just really enjoy. And that's both shoes from Jordan, the Zion 1 as well as the Jordan 36. The cushion on these are so much fun to play in. If you're sore, if your knees hurt, if you've just been putting a lot of hours in the gym, both of these are gonna be a welcome addition to your lineup. 36 feels like you're playing on a trampoline. Like, these things are one of the bounciest shoes, lightest shoes you can get, but there's no support. There's no outrigger. Go check out the review I have on there. So I can't recommend it for a lot of players because you might just roll your ankle just walking around. Like, it is that unstable, but it's so much fun because of the cushion. The Zion, I thought had a lack of support, but after playing the 36s, these actually are pretty good. But the traction is iffy. Some gyms it's great, some gyms it's really bad. So because it has iffy traction, support is just a little below par. I can't highly recommend this to anyone, but the cushion, especially for the price, it's $120. I've seen these on sale for 20, 30% off. The cushion on this is amazing. It does make for an all-around really good shoe. I do have a full review. You can check that out as well. So you have my personal top 5 this year that I'm gonna get into, and unfortunately all are Nike and Jordan. I have not had a chance to play in like the 361 AG1s with Aaron Gordon. The cushion that looks to be great. Anta have not found a size 12.5 or 13, anything in their line. And Way of Wade, it's just $225. So the Way of Wade 9, I have the 2, 4, 6, and the 8. I'm probably just gonna wait for the 10. So a lot of the Chinese brands, if you guys are wondering why I don't have them up here, that's because of that. And the Adidas, same thing. I talked about the Dame 7. Harden, you guys know, is one of the worst shoes of the year. And D Rose line, honestly, is more of just a team shoe line. So I'm trying to include all the brands, but honestly, the top 5 do come down to Nike and Jordan. And number 5 in the list and number 4, it's tough for me to put a order on them just because they're very different, but both very good in their own way, in that these are max cushion setups. You have the LeBron 18, LeBron 19. I do have a full review and comparison coming up, so you guys subscribe and stay tuned. The LeBron 18, after all my tests, wearing tons of shoes, going back to years of shoes, is probably the softest, bounciest cushion you can buy, period. If you just want a smooth ride, you will not do better than the LeBron 18. And I've really appreciated that as I've been working out more and getting more sore. This just has a great place in your lineup. The LeBron 19 takes things up a notch by actually being probably an inch wider on the base. Way more stable, way more support. It has the same level of impact protection because you have these giant air bubbles. So it is soft. No, I should take that back. It's not soft at all. It feels like an Air Max, where no matter how hard you land, you don't feel any shock, right? You get a little bit of bounce, but it's not plush. It's not a soft ride. It's not a super bouncy ride like the 18 is. So although you do feel like you're quicker in these, you have more stability in these, you have great impact protection. Your knees, your back are gonna thank you. I think this is a better overall shoe. You just don't get that plush, soft playing style like you do in this, but because of that, I play better in these. So I've really enjoyed the LeBron 19, plus I'll be able to go true to size on this. I'll have a full review coming out soon. So if I'm gonna rank these, I'm probably gonna do 5 and 4. Let's get to our top 3. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see this on the table, but number 3 is gonna be your GT Cut. I believe I have a full review on this. If I don't, I definitely need to do one, but I do want to do it on the entire GT lineup. And you have the GT Jump coming out soon. GT Run is out. This is the GT Cut. This shoe could have been what the Kobe was going to be if he was with us and if Nike still stayed with the Mamba line, although Vanessa Bryant did leave Nike. So this shoe, you are low to the ground. It is fast playing. It's relatively lightweight compared to pretty much most of the shoes we have here, but it's still heavier compared to Kobe standards. But you are getting essentially a max cushion setup that's just short of LeBron 18s while being what feels like half the weight. You feel like you're really close to the court when you're playing in these. It's a low top, which again, a lot of you guys enjoy. Some of you hate, which is, hey, then don't go for it. This has not only a drop-in midsole that's super thick of a React cushion, but also a full-length zoom hair and a double-stacked heel zoom. So you have tons of cushion. Support is ridiculous. And if you're wondering why is this not number 1, it's just the traction. Like, this is traction that will stop working randomly. Like the dust collects, you don't quite feel it, and all of a sudden you just fall. So because it's not as consistent as I would like, I can't give it a higher goal, but the traction does work really well when it's clean. The traction works really well on a court like this that I have behind me here, on like a carpet, or if you have plastic or rubber flooring in a lot of high schools and elementary school gyms. On a hardwood court that's clean, you're not gonna have issues. But depending on the court, because this can collect dust and hair and it's not as good as our top two, it does take it down just a notch. But honestly, I went on a trip. I was able to bring one pair of basketball shoes with me. I brought these. So that tells you how highly I think of them. Number two, and this is not only my favorite, but I would still recommend for 2021, is gonna be your Jordan 35. Is it better than the 36? Pretty much in every single way except the sheer bounciness. You're gonna get equal amounts of cushion. It's still fairly bouncy, way more stable, way more support. It's quite a bit heavier, but just the raw materials where you have this leather upper, it feels like it's gonna hold you in. Traction is about on par for either one, but this just has a way more stable base on it. I just did a full 36 to 35 review. You guys can check that out. And this shoe has just been so much fun. It's one of those shoes that I'm actually looking for a second pair. So if you guys have a pair you're looking to sell, or if you're trying to get rid of a 12 and a half, the 35 is absolutely amazing. Love this shoe. Fit is, watch my channel and a few of the Jordan 34, 35, 36 videos. If you have a low arch, or if you have a wider foot, like in the toe box, fit is iffy for a lot of players. If you can get a good fit on these, absolutely love playing this, where you're gonna have the bounce, you have the support, you have traction. And again, if you can get a good fit, these are amazing and these are elite. And the number one shoe of 2021, and the shoe I'm gonna recommend going into 2022 for the majority of players, despite what position you play, is gonna be the KD 14. Now, I have two pairs of these. This thing is awesome on pretty much every level. Traction is one of the best, if not the best, you're gonna find. Cushion actually feels like a mix between the GT cut we talked about and the LeBron 18. We have that plush, you have that bounce, but you're still close to the court, and it just feels unbelievable. Fit is where I think this ranks higher for so many people. This is wide foot friendly, molds to your foot, and I think no matter who you are, you're able to get a really good fit, and that goes a long way in just having a shoe you enjoy playing in. The only thing that this is a step below something like the Jordan 35 or the LeBron 19 is the support. This is not a max support shoe. If you're a fast, shifty guard, if you've been dealing with injuries, a guard, you may like that Kyrie 7 or Dame 7 shoe. If you're a big guy and you need that support, something like the LeBron 19 or Jordan 35, maybe a little bit better. Not to say this has bad support, this is still good. It's just not at that elite level yet. That's the only area I would say this could be better. But honestly, I think the support is gonna be good enough for the majority of players while being excellent to the best in every other category. If you guys like that video, please consider subscribing and comment below any questions or any comparisons you want to see. Again, guys, I wish you the best on your New Year's resolution. Hopefully we can help you out. We can have more content coming out for you as far as what shoes are going to work best for training, for weight loss, or for whatever you're doing. But that is a combination of top 10 2021, my favorite shoes, and maybe some of the best shoes for you guys for different circumstances. So really appreciate you guys. Consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'll come at you later.